What is up, everybody? It's me, Duke Farley, back at it again here on Lost at Sea. And tonight we are doing the fifth draft in Lost at Sea history. We are doing a draft based solely on desserts, dessert foods. We probably have to talk a little bit through the descriptions and the parameters of what we be doing. We can get into that, but yeah, the fifth one, Logan. How are you? I see that you're mobile at this point, but how are you doing?
I'm mobile and I want to let the fans know I am parked, so I will not be driving and drafting. And I'm excited because, as they say, I'm the sweetest treat you'll ever get.
Beautiful, Logan. I
Can
knew you were gonna bring that out.
I
Pat,
can I myself number one pick Logan?
What do you
Oh,
think about that? And how are you?
I hate it. I hate it. That just gave me cholesterol. I'm feeling pretty good. I got a bit of a sweet tooth myself, Dookie Puss. And let's just say that I think I'm going to be wearing that delicious ribbon. Yep,
Okay, I
that's the end
don't,
of that.
I don't know what
Is
the
that
ribbon has to do with it, but I'm excited for that.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited. Guys, the last time we did one of these drafts was back in January. It's been about 4 months since we've hopped back into it. I want to shout out, we always shout out the past winner, shout out myself, fast food. I was able to get this third win under my belt of the four, second place on the one. But looking for another win here. Logue, you have gone winless up to this point. Pat has a win in Harry Potter, but Logue, you've gone winless. Is this your time?
I think it's interesting because I feel like desserts are so um people just like what they like. Um, so I feel like this could really go any way. I think it's important. I don't. I really. I have no idea. I'm gonna hold true to with what I know and love, and and you know what? I'm always gonna be my authentic self. And if the fan base doesn't like that, they can go fuck themselves.
Wow. Telling the fan base to go fuck themselves is a bold choice.
Patrick, you recently moved across the country. Is there any desserts out there that maybe these East Coasters aren't aware about?
Uh, First of all, let me just really quick because I thought about it. Logan, that was a little bit more salty than sweet. Yeah, we got desserts out here that are pretty good. uh, I'm trying to think if I've tried any. I don't think I've had anything that's like I've had a lot of tres leches lately, which you typically don't. I mean, that's a pretty common dessert, but
Hmm.
maybe it's a. I think it's a little better out here, just because there's a more of a Latina vibe. There's more of a culture out here than there is on the East Coast. So I think it's pretty good. I've had it at some pretty good spots, but other than that, dude, nothing really. Everybody's working on their summer bod and getting tans and Botox. So desserts really aren't high on the level. You know what I'm saying?
Are you getting Botox, Pat?
If I win, maybe.
Logue, you look like you got Botox face on right now.
Ugh, this is my Botox chase.
Logue,
And
are you looking for to get the number one pick, or what do you want? You want second, third? What do you think?
I want number one.
Okay.
I
Well,
also
speaking of
I
number
also
one, we are, sharing our screen here, and we are about to figure out
also
who. Go ahead, Pat.
dude, sorry to interrupt. By the way, can I make a motion? Can I make a motion for the rules of the draft? Can I make a motion?
Does it
I
have
motion.
to? Okay.
I motion that whoever does the fucking graphics, you
Hmm.
put them in order in which we pick them. No randomizing the graphics. I think we should put
You think that
whatever
has a
team.
you think that makes a difference?
I think it does. I think it does.
It seems
I
like there's a
think
specific instance where you may have got robbed. Let's talk about it. When?
listen. I'm just saying for fast food, the first graphic that showed up for me was Subway, and it's like that's not my first pick. That's not my first pick. The first thing you're seeing from my team is Subway. That wasn't the first pick. So I just want to say whoever's doing the graphics, and I know it's you do. Whoever's choosing the graphics is skewing them to put
I
the
don't
bet.
know about that. I don't know. We could look back at it and see what's going on, but I mean,
I
you
agree.
picked sub you
I second the motion.
So
okay,
two,
we
two.
could do order. We could do order. Listen,
Hmm.
it's all fair and fun and love and desserts. So let's see who will be choosing where they pick first. You guys ready?
Let's
Yeah.
do it. Oh, I want it. I want the first pick. No.
Ooh. See, everybody applaud, everybody applaud.
I'm not gonna applaud. Or,
See, oh God, because this is the one where it's like I am not deep. I do not have a lot in my bag here with what is going on. You know, I like desserts, but I like what I like. So with that being said, I think I'm going to take number one overall. Um, just to make sure that I get exactly what I want right off the bat, and then I can feel you out where you guys are, kind of headed. So next up, let's see, Pat or Logue, who is going to choose? Logie.
Give me
Logie,
two.
you're going to? You're going to?
I'm going two.
Talk about why you want to.
I just I want to be second pick. I feel like maybe that's the better strategy. I don't know at this point. I feel it. I really want my number one pick, so I want to make sure that I get it.
Okay. And that means, Pat, you have the third, but the double dip.
the double dip. Listen, here's the thing. I think I got some pretty deep hitters here. I got some specifics.
Okay.
But I think my top prospect, the guy I've been scouting, they're going first. They're going to be going within the first two rounds. If they're not, we can chalk this up for a win for Pat. But I have a feeling that if I don't get my number one, I think my number one's going to be off the board. I think, but I do think I have the depth. I've done the scouting report. I've looked at the film. I've tasted the tries. I think I'm gonna be good. I think I'm gonna be all right.
All righty. Well, with that being said, we talked in the chat earlier about kind of describing, the picks a little bit. So I'm just gonna come out and say you can't just say, I want to draft cake. We have to be a little bit more descriptive. You can't just get a cookie. Overall, you don't get all the cookies. You have to kind of describe what you're doing. And I think that'll make this a little bit more fun. And with that being said, with the number one overall pick, I am gonna go with what I think and what I go for when I'm having dessert, whether that's in the house, in the apartment, or even going out around, the restaurants downtown. Uh, you know, I'm going with the chocolate chip cookie, the homemade chocolate chip cookie.
Makes
You
sense.
know, it's the versatile pick. That's what is true to my heart. A good homemade chocolate chip cookie. I'm thinking insomnia cookies. I'm thinking, maybe put a little ice cream on it. I don't know, but I think that's what I think of when I think of dessert. What say
Yeah,
you?
yeah, versatile player. Obviously, an S tier Michelin star player. He's a franchise guy, and makes sense. It does make
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. Can't argue with
Look,
it.
can't
Dude,
argue with it.
it's not what I thought you were gonna go with, but it's interesting.
You
What up,
know,
brother? What's up, brother?
doing sketch.
Special teams, special players. Tuesday. What is it?
Logie, was that high on your board? Were you looking chocolate chip cookie?
That was my number one, and because also I'm a diehard chocolate chip cookie fan. Like that is my go-to always
Yeah,
when
you were
picking.
always like that.
I'm always a chocolate chip too girly, but you know what? That's okay because I think it's still early, and for
Super
me,
early.
number one, I'm going brownie. Give me brownie.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Pat, where are you on that?
I got three top. You picked one, two. You didn't pick my number one. So I am very happy.
I know what you're gonna pick too. I know.
Everybody knows what we pick, but we're not going to get into that right now. Great pick, Logue. Brownie is, you can lead a team with a brownie.
Now, Logan, are you like you're going, I'm assuming chocolate fudge brownie? Is that like the chocolatey of chocolatist?
Mom's chocolate fudge brown. You know.
I will say there is, every now and then you can get a bad brownie. You can get a brownie that's not moist in the middle. It's a little bit, a little
I
dry.
say the same for chocolate chip cookies.
You could. You could.
Totally could. Totally could. Totally could. I think we're not looking at the bad batches. We're only going for the even when it's good, it's bad.
Right.
Even when it's
No,
bad, it's good.
absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Pat, you alluded to, one, two, but not 2, 3 on your list, but not number one. So, I mean, you got 2 picks. You can't miss right here.
Listen, my first pick, it's an easy one. It's the thing I eat the most. It's the thing if I can get this out, it's a luxury, and it's a must. My one decree at my wedding. I don't have to make any of the choices. I don't want to. If I'm not even involved in the process, that's fine. I want one thing, and that's a cheesecake for my wedding cake. Give me the cheesecake as my number one overall New York style. It's just straight cheesecake. It's a versatile player, comes in many different shapes and sizes, many flavors, but the best is just a New York style cheesecake, baby.
That is a excellent pick, Pat. Cheesecake. Cheesecake off. I'll be the first to say that I've had one of the best cheesecakes in my life, and it was Mrs. K's cheesecake. I knew this would probably come up. She makes a beautiful, New York style cheesecake. I know you got. Did you guys ever? You guys never got to taste it, did you?
No, we never got, because Duke took the entire cheesecake home with him after we moved my mother, her entire house in one new house. Duke took the entire cheesecake while already having cheesecake at home.
Mm-hmm.
So no one got cheesecake. Duke got all the cheesecake.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
Logan,
I stand by that decision.
Just to be clear, what happened was you guys all moved, Mom in. Mrs. K said, "Hey, here's a cheesecake," and Duke took the whole cheesecake. Didn't leave a single crumb for anyone else.
Not a single crumb, Pat.
Mm-hmm. Listen,
that's
this story.
That's the power of cheesecake right there, baby.
This story has been hashed out, and some are on my side, some are on other people's sides. We don't have to debate.
No, I don't think anyone's.
No one. We don't know where. Yeah, we don't know where everybody stands. But what I'll say, what I'll say is New York cheesecake. You can't go wrong. But I will say, Pat, that opens up a lot because I don't know if you've been to the Cheesecake Factory. There's a lot of different types of cheesecake. I do think New York style is the best.
Yeah, it's the captain of the ship. But I think in a draft where we're going, desserts, there's nothing more iconic. There's nothing more rich and flavorful than New York style cheesecake. And that's the best thing about it. It can come in many different flavors, and I think it always elevates it. So you can never have a bad cheesecake, in my opinion.
Now, Logan, looks like you're eating something right now. What are you eating?
Sorry, guys. Having penne alla for dinner. I'm just so hungry, so I'm just gonna chow down a little bit. I'm gonna finish this up.
Listen, look, you chow down because Pat has another pick, and then it's you.
Yeah. So my second pick, this guy just right there. I'm gonna go a little bit on the same route, a little an Italian dessert. Give me the cannoli.
Ooh.
Give me.
I knew you were gonna pick that. I know you so well.
Give me the cannoli. Give me that little cheesecake of cannoli. Stop it. A kiss on this cheek, a kiss on that cheek. Stop it.
Now, Pat, where's your favorite? Like, you obviously had a couple cannolis in your day. Where do you have a favorite one, a place that you've been to that's been your favorite cannoli spot?
ShopRite.
Wow.
Now listen,
Not-
Pat doesn't have the money or decadence for, some real nice cannolis. So ShopRite does it for me. A ShopRite cannoli can
Jesus
pick my
Christ,
day
Pat.
up.
Jesus Christ, Pat. You just went ShopRite, man. You've had to had a cannoli not from ShopRite that's been better.
Probably. I probably had it like at family events when somebody brings something in a box and it's like they got it from a bakery. I don't know a specific bakery. Those are always good. But there were times I would just be driving, I'd stop in a shop, right? Get a cannoli, just eat in the car and be like, oof, maron. Because that's the kind of guy I am. I'm a cannoli eating guy. I'm a stop at ShopRite, get a cannoli, eat in the car, and then hang out.
For those of you listening, Pat's the kind of guy that goes to the movie theaters by himself. Like I could see him eating cannoli in his car by himself.
which
That's
is
his thing.
underrated. Which is underrated. I like to eat by myself. I like to go to the movies by myself. I like to do a lot of things by myself.
Look, you look like you have something you gotta say.
I, I no, I think Patrick has said it all.
Good, good. With that being said, with that being said, Log, I hope that you have finished your meal because you are up. What are you getting for dessert in the round two?
Round two, I'm calling back to something that reminds me of high school, one of my first jobs ever. Give me hot fudge sundae.
Ooh,
Hot fudge sundae. And I want the classic. I want soft serve vanilla, hot fudge, whipped cream, and a cherry. Maybe some sprinkles if I'm feeling crazy. But a hot fudge sundae, it's American. It's, post baseball game, stopping by the ice cream shop, getting a hot fudge sundae. Nothing beats it.
you would get those were one of those things where if you did well in the game, you would get a hot fudge sundae, right? So you
Right.
you you
Elevate.
got it elevates the entire experience, you would say.
Wait a minute. Is that a baseball player?
Are you out?
There was
It looks like, yeah, it looked like you might be outside a baseball game right now.
That's crazy.
I just finished practice, so it's on the brain.
Wow, that
Are
kind
you
of lined up perfectly.
are you in a school parking lot right now, Logan? Oh my God, Logan.
Logan, I thought you weren't allowed to be 500 feet in front of the school.
Stop it. It's terrible.
Anyway, you were saying about your pick, Logan.
Yeah, there's I love it.
Now, Logan, where do you stand on the sprinkle versus Jimmy's debate?
In our area, we always called them sprinkles, but apparently some other people call them jimmies. Again, I've worked in the ice cream biz for a little bit, and I've heard it both ways. I've only heard one person actually call it jimmies before, but I guess those people are out.
Yeah, it must be a South Jersey thing. Would people,
Yeah.
when you were working in, the place that you were working, the ice cream parlor, would people order, the ice cream sundae often?
Very often, and it was a moment of celebration. It was a moment of joy. It was something that told me you've got a finer palate. It's not for any Joe schmo. It's for the real winners of the world.
Yeah.
I always loved win or lose in a baseball game. We always got ice cream after. It's like we don't care if you struck out. Let's go get some ice cream.
And that's why you were the baseball player that you were, Pat. With that being said, we are ending out the second round, and it's with me. I took the chocolate chip cookie, and I'm seeing a lot of my favorites go back to back here. But Logan, you bring up ice cream, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I do like an ice cream sundae, but that's not something that I frequent. I'm going to be honest with you. But I do want a little bit of ice cream on my list. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I am going to get, I think, the best birthday dessert on the board. I'm going ice cream cake, and I'm going specifically ice cream cake from Ben and Jerry's. I don't know if you guys have had it before. we did frequent Dairy Queen a lot for our birthdays, but I've been put on to the Ben and Jerry's ice cream cake, and I'll tell you what, I'll never go back. It is the best ice cream cake I can think of, and that's my second pick. I'm going ice cream cake.
Here's the thing, Dookie. Does it got the chocolate crunchies?
It does. It does.
I don't know what
And
they put in that thing. I don't know what it's made of. Chocolate crunchies might as well be crack cocaine, brother.
True.
yeah,
True.
those crunchies, they are something
They're
else,
elite.
I'll tell you. Elite. Look, what do you think of ice cream cake right after your ice cream sundae? Do you think it's to get even?
I don't know. I didn't. I did have ice cream cake on the list, but it was pretty far down. So I'm surprised, but I think that it can. I think that I think that was a really interesting choice.
Seems like you're not in on that.
It would have been my second choice, but what? Hey, what do I know? You're the four-time champ, not me.
You're right. Pat, ice cream cake. You said you like the crunchies. Anything else to talk about with that, or can I
Yeah,
go into?
I think there were a few guys up a little bit above my list, but a ice a ice cream cake birthday cake was on the list. Having a summer birthday, I frequented the old ice cream cake, and so I'm no stranger to that, brother. And let me tell you, never disappointed. It's a good pick. Some would say high, but we just got to see where the priorities lie.
Gotta see where their priorities lie. And listen, I don't know, I like what I like, and that was high up on my list, so that's where I went. That being said, I am going to I am going to go back to the well with, something that I love. And it's slipped this way. I don't know if it's gonna slip all the way back down to me because I have to wait a while for my next pick. But Pat, you brought up summer. I'm thinking, summer's coming up, campfires are coming around the corner. I'm going s'mores here. I'm going the marshmallow, I'm going the chocolate, I'm going the graham cracker. Um, I
Yeah.
told Bree before this draft happened, I would be really, really sad if I didn't get s'mores because everybody knows that's me. I had a s'mores birthday cake. I've sent it in the chat multiple times. So I'm going s'mores. I'm a big marshmallow guy. Big marshmallow guy.
Give me some more.
Give me some more. Pat,
Let me tell you something.
you look like you knew that was coming.
I knew that was coming. You know what? Surprisingly, like I do know you're a s'more guy. For some reason, when I wrote down s'more, I was like, that's gonna be a steal. A s'more is gonna be nobody's gonna think s'more. A s'more is synonymous with campfires, just connection. Everybody
Yeah.
around the fire, kids, adults, everybody knows what a s'more is. It is an American classic. And you're a big s'more guy. You shoved a s'more in your pocket when we were little. That's how much this guy loves s'mores. We were in
Still in
Maine,
there today. Still in there today.
destroyed his pants, completely destroyed his pants. Put a s'more in his pocket, said, "I'll have it for later." Didn't realize the fucking thing was melting in his pocket. But you know what? That's the kind of guy Duke is. He goes, "Let me have some more, please."
And I'm off that and say that no one's ever had like a negative experience eating this dessert. Like it's not like like a chocolate chip cookie and it was poisoned, right? No, no.
I mean, you could say that about any of these.
Eventually.
Just for off the top of my head. But no one's campfires, good vibes. It's a cause for celebration always. A s'more.
Now, Logan, where do you stand on the marshmallow? Do you go full burnt? So I've seen full burnt, or do you go just toasty brown?
I like a strong toast. I don't like light toast. I want that gooey center, but I don't like I don't like the burning. I don't like the fire taste. So I'm a
I
strong.
I charge the fuck out of mine. So
You're the one that basically burns it off the stick.
Yep, he's fucking late and then back. But anyway, Logan, you were saying.
Or to like sit. You don't have any patience to like let it sit and roast and brown. No.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, everybody has their own type of s'more. But really happy to get that here at the top of the third. Log, we are making our way through the third round here. You're at pick 8. What are you gonna, what are you gonna take here?
In the same idea of the s'more, I'm going something that is synonymous with an American classic. You know, when you think United States of America, you're gonna think this dessert, and that is a home fresh baked apple pie.
Yeah.
Apple pie. It's Americana. It's a Thanksgiving classic. And it's just always so good, especially up here in the Northeast where we have all these apple orchards. Like a fresh apple pie. Ooh, mwah,
Yeah,
can't beat it.
you really can't.
And also, apple pie gets 2 holidays. That's essentially Thanksgiving and 4th of July. You don't see a dessert, delve into 2 holidays like that very often. So when you do, it's impressive.
Yeah, and that's one of those desserts that you can heat up and put a little vanilla ice cream on, and it just takes it to over the top.
Yeah.
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 I would say that there's other desserts that are based off of apple pie. Like it is that good that other desserts base their dessert off of apple pie, which I think is really cool. Same like kind of with a s'more. There's a s'more and then they have like s'more flavored desserts.
It's interesting that you bring that up because I have a couple of, maybe products or desserts that could fall under that category. It seems like you're kind of throwing that out there to say, I got the head honcho there.
I know, I don't know, I don't know about that.
It's kind of like when Pat drafted Home Alone and you took Home Alone 2.
Directly
I
after it.
I I stand by.
Well, people didn't agree, but it's even though Logan sent all of his buddies to go vote for him, like he usually does.
Sorry, I have a like I don't know what to tell you. You're pissed.
Logan's been in dead last in every. So
Yeah.
Pat, you are up back to back again, the double dip. We're going 9-10, and you're going to be closing out the third and bringing us into the fourth. So where are you
Yeah.
at?
And for the fourth, I'm gonna get. I think my next few are gonna be very specific. I want the cheesecake, the cannoli, the more of a broad. These are gonna be pretty specific picks.
Sure.
Dabble. So and we just keep rolling with the punches. So first, my first, my third pick. Give me the Krispy Kreme donut.
Wow.
Ooh,
Give me that guy. Give me a
there it
little
is.
Krispy Kreme. Remember we used to do those fundraisers and
Yeah,
you'd
we
sell
did.
Krispy. Dude, I would house those dogs like nobody's business.
You would. You
They sell
would.
like hotcakes because that's how delicious they are. They're airy, they're fluffy, and you can eat multiple ones. And they got that light coat of frosting on it. Ooh, stop it.
I actually went to the Krispy Kreme's headquarters when I went out in I think it's in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Delicious. And
You got to see
the smell from that bakery, I'll tell you what.
stop it. They're in every airport. They're in every single airport. Go to any single airport, there is a Krispy Kreme. I don't know if that helps the stock or drops it, but that's cool. They're in every airport.
Logue, is the Krispy Kreme, the glazed donut, is that the number one donut ever?
Personally, for me, no, they make me nauseous.
Ooh.
Uh, I like Patrick said, they're very airy and they're very sugary. I kind of like a doughy or heavier donut personally, but I can understand the appeal.
Yeah.
They're very showy, like Patrick.
Ooh.
Listen, he's in his car. Why are we listening to him? He's
He
near a
is
school. Get him away from us.
he is in a school parking lot. That is true.
Weird. But listen, we're not going to harp on the fact that Logan's in a school parking lot eating pasta. Weird. But I will say, and the Krispy Kreme donut, I think the only other donut that does rival it is the Simpson donut, which is the strawberry frosting and sprinkles on top. Those are the two probably most iconic donuts. And when
Let
you
me just
think
add, what was that? Let me add that to my list real quick. Simpson.
the Simpson, listen, the Krispy Kreme, it's elite. I feel like that's a huge win for me. And then, guys, starting off the fourth round, we got this is a very specific one, and I'm so excited. Give give me out of all the desserts, you know me. Listen. I am a man of taste. I might not be the belle of the ball. I might not drink the fanciest champagne. And when it comes to desserts, I have the same mentality. Give me Applebee's triple chocolate meltdown. Dude, give me that.
Oh,
Stop it. Put some ice. Listen, you're out with the boys. It's 10:30. You just got done housing some wonton tacos and some boneless wings, and you're like, let's add some more fuel to this fire that is going to be my stomach. Give me the triple chop. It sends you over the edge. The way it melts, the way they barely cook it, and it's just like all gooey and delicious and chocolatey. Stop it. There's nothing more like some of my best memories are eating a triple chocolate meltdown, housing a Bud Light, watching a WNBA game at 10:30 at night in Jersey. It's
That
the
must have
best.
that must have been recent.
It was. It's great. Give me the triple chocolate meltdown.
I will say that is the high school dessert. That is
It's
it's a shareable too. You're on a little date ski at Applebee's. It's a
yeah,
shareable.
yeah.
which is my go-to date spot. So hey, ladies, you, you want to take your lady out for a good night? Triple chocolate meltdown, Applebee's.
And I kind
Now,
of like got a lot of different. You've got a solid. You've got a liquid. It's kind of fun.
And the fact is, it's going to make a liquid coming out your butt. Because let me tell you, that thing will run through you.
it will melt you down.
It will melt you down. Hashtag Hershey Squirts. Hashtag dessert question mark. Tag it.
So just to break down the foundation of what a triple chocolate meltdown is for those who don't know, Pat, it is cake
It is.
or a brownie.
Yeah, it's a chocolate lava cake. And then you cut into the center of it. In the middle is just beautiful chocolate. And and they usually serve it with ice cream on top. And so it's the ice cream kind of like seeps through the cake. So it's kind of got this creaminess to it along with the chocolatiness. It's real great. What they're doing over at Applebee's, A+ stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong there. Look, you frequented Applebee's a decent amount when you were younger.
Absolutely. I mean, just like Patrick and Duke. The Applebee's half price apps is a staple. I love Applebee's. I will say that wasn't my go to dessert. I was the cookie sundae kind of guy, but I love a chocolate meltdown. Love a chocolate meltdown.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know if we could trust a cookie sundae guy who picks cookie sundae over the triple chocolate meltdown.
Listen, it could be
But
coming soon. It could be
but
coming
my
soon.
favorite Applebee's dessert is actually, it's so funny that we bring this up because it brings me to my fourth pick,
Wow.
and that is
He's doing it.
I'm going chocolate mousse. Ooh, chocolate mousse. Give me the chocolate mousse. I want the chocolate mousse.
Pat, you don't seem convinced here.
Wow. Wow.
No, oh my god. First of
Chocolate
all,
mousse.
Convince
you
us,
don't.
Luke. Convince us.
Chocolate mousse is delicious. And it's airy like a Krispy Kreme donut. It's chocolatey like a chocolate chip cookie. But most importantly, it's delicious. And I love it. And I
You
think it's
don't
better than pudding. I think it's fancier than pudding. And I kind of like that whipped kind of taste of it, and I think it's really delicious. So Applebee's served these like dessert shooters, and there was a chocolate mousse one, and I always loved it. I love chocolate mousse. It's really rich and flavorful, and I love it. Period.
I like chocolate mousse, the flavor. I'm not gonna lie, I like it as a flavor, like with other desserts. But I will say the chocolate mousse dessert on its own, I cannot say that I am ordering that when I go out.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is. Pat, what do you think about this?
Chocolate mousse. I mean, this is what are we doing? What are we doing?
Now
A
you guys
chocolate mousse? A
you know,
chocolate mousse shooter? The fuck are you? No. Listen. Oh, hey, pudding. It's me, Moose. I'm basically you, but just like fancy. And we're gonna name me after an animal? Shut up.
Yeah.
no,
I
you,
don't know.
you don't get it. You don't get it.
Listen,
I
with
think it'll play on the graphic though, look. I think it'll play real well on
well,
the
it depends where
graphic.
we put the graphic.
Well, that would be fourth.
Duly
Duly noted, it will be fourth.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that pick, but you know what? Logan likes what he likes, and I that's what I think. That's what I think of that pick. I just think,
I saw it during the research. I didn't put it on my list, but I will say my list was pretty small. So
I guess we'll let the viewers decide.
we will. And with that being said, I go back to back here with my final two picks. And, I'm really liking the way this is shaking out. I have my ice cream. I have my classic chocolate chip. I got my s'mores. So I'm going to play a little bit closer to home for me. I'm going to also get pretty specific with this next one. And it's actually tied to Logan in a way. When I went to go visit Logan in Jacksonville, Florida, about a year and a half ago, maybe a year ago, I went to a donut place called Parlor Donuts. And they don't just serve donuts there. They serve cronuts. Have you guys ever heard of this? A cronut?
No.
It's basically a donut, but it has a higher level, and it's got like more like bread to it. It's like a combination here. Let me read it. It's like
if you
a
want to share your
combination.
graph, maybe share the graph. Maybe look up what a cronut is and share your screen.
Yeah, I have it here on my other laptop, so I'm not going to do that, but I'll describe it to you. It's basically the combination of a donut and a croissant. But what I got was called the campfire. It rings true to the s'mores. It was called the campfire. And let me read the description of what it was. Okay. It was gather round for the campfire donut, where the warmth of chocolate glaze, mini marshmallows, graham cracker crumbs, and chocolate syrup drizzle come together on our flaky, buttery, layered cronut, evoking cozy fireside evenings. Now, am I going double s'mores here? Possibly, but it's a different form. I'm going with the campfire cronut.
Duke. When you got to combine two things to make one thing, kind of seems like a cheap way to go, in my opinion. Be a donut, be a croissant. Why we got to combine stuff? Those two things are great. Come on.
You know what? Let me just rebuttal that, Logan. You would say that, Pat, because you took a boring old glazed donut. What I did was I took that donut, I made it bigger, and I made it better, brother. Logan, what do you have to say?
Oh my god.
I have to say that I think you both have a valid point. Pat, I think
Always the middleman he is.
First of all,
Pat,
he does that. He does that. Hold on. I'm gonna let Logan finish, because if he agrees with me, then I'm gonna be like, yes, Logan is. But that's
I think Pat has
You
a good
would.
point.
You would.
Hey guys, it's turning really homophobic right now.
Can you blame us?
I'm gonna edit that out.
I think Pat has a point in the idea that like you can't pick a dessert that just like stands on its own. Like it has to be like a whole like rigmarole with you. I agree with that. And but also I love like if I had to pick between a Krispy Kreme and a campfire cronut, I'm picking the cronut. I am concerned though that you're pigeonholing yourself into a s'mores vibe, and are you gonna need a little more diversity? I don't know.
This is what I'm saying. First of all, if it's a s'mores cronut or a Krispy Kreme donut, and a majority of people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is a cronut?" Number one, and number two, it's like, what a s'mores cronut? That's like, I almost had a heart attack listening to that. Number one, I don't know if I can consume that. Give me the crispy. What's wrong with the donut? Just eat the donut. What's wrong with the croissant? Just have a croissant. Why do we gotta do this? Why do we gotta do this? We
I
don't
get
gotta.
it.
We don't, we're reinventing the wheel here, guys. What happened to the institution of dessert? Call me traditionalist. Call me old fashioned.
And
These
listen,
hip new kids and these cronuts, I won't stand for it. I won't.
and listen, Pat, you are a traditionalist, and you're not gonna like where I go next either.
Is it an apple pie fucking ice cream cannoli? Is it called an apple cannoli? Jesus.
No, but it's a type of cheesecake.
Dude,
I'm
bro,
coming.
you're okay. Okay. I have cheesecake.
You have cheesecake, but you don't have the Oreo cheesecake,
Oh,
and you don't
you
have it from the Cheesecake Factory.
you didn't.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh my god, that's such a bitch ass thing to do.
You went New York style, brother. I'm going Oreo cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory, and I don't know, Logan. I think with my last pick, I just beat Patrick's first pick.
No, you didn't. First of all, no, you didn't.
Logan looks like he's got that face on where he knows I'm right.
What
Oh, he's
happened?
looking out the window. He's looking out the
Oh,
window,
shut up.
man.
He's looking at he's like who just got out of school. That's what he's looking at.
Oh, Pat, don't go.
All right, we're all fine. We're okay. First of all, it's a version of my thing. That's like what if somebody doesn't like Oreos? You know, there's a huge part of the population that doesn't like Oreos.
I would say probably what 10% of the population doesn't like Oreos. Everybody likes Oreos, brother. And the thing that say that again, Logan.
I think the population of people who don't like Oreos is smaller than Patrick's thinking.
Yeah, I do too. But the thing that you're not taking into account, Pat, is that is the number one cheesecake at the Cheesecake Factory. And it's the cheesecake, like it's a factory that makes the cheesecake. You're not thinking about the huge Oreo that comes on the cheesecake. You're not thinking about the whipped cream on the side. You're not thinking about, I think it has a little chocolate mousse daub like thing right at the top there. And to get it with my last pick, I think that might cap it off. I know you guys have some more picks to make, but oh God, I love my draft right now.
All right, well, I'm going to keep it going because I do have to go in like 3 minutes. I'm going to pick something a little south of the border. I'm thinking that I'm excited about it, and I can't believe it. I got it in this last round. Give me churro. I love churro. They're a super popular dessert, and I think they're always a favorite. Like I love being able to go to like a restaurant and have like some churros because it's not super heavy, but it's still really satisfying. And like the dipping sauces, really great stuff. I love a churro.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna leave out the dipping sauce, Logan. The dipping sauce is actually fire.
Fire, chocolate caramel.
And I think this is the first cinnamon base that we have here going off the board, and it went at 14. Cinnamon, low-key underrated.
Okay. Guys, let me finish this draft out. Let me just secure. Things got heated. Things were said. But here's the thing. I think you guys are sweet, but I think I'm the sweetest. Give me that crown. Put it on my head because I think I just secured it with we're going a little cinnamon. I like that. I like where Logan's mindset is. But give me the Entenmann's crumble cake. Give me that. Let me snatch that right up. Entenmann's crumble cake, baby. Oh, don't give me that look.
I'll put
Do
it
not
in.
give me Do not give me that look.
Pat,
Edelman
if you have to
crumble,
Google the dessert,
dude. You're
Finish
not
him.
gonna sit in that car and you're not gonna judge me. Edelman's crumble cake is elite, and I'm telling you, I just won this draft. Edelman's crumble cake is delicious.
Tell me more about it, because I think I'm just not informed.
We've all had Edelman's crumble cake.
When I'm thinking Edmonds, I think I'm thinking the donuts. I'm thinking the mini donuts.
Same company, but you get that sheet of like with a little crumble cinnamon on top and a light airy cake on the bottom. It's like it's a crumble cake. Guys, what do we do? It was a huge. We had that all the time.
We may have had it all the time, but I feel like that was really dry. Am I wrong in saying that that was really dry, Logan?
you're not.
Dude, you guys
And
don't
you know
you
what,
talk.
Pat? It's kind of crazy because I'm usually on your side in this debate. I'm usually on, Pat's right. Logan's usually wild and all over the place, but I think this one, I'm on Logan's side, man.
Dude, history, you guys will look back at this. History will be on my side. The world will be on my Enemans crumble cake is elite. It is. It is elite. It's top tier cake. It's top tier like just going out after going to the fridge, getting yourself a big slice of Enemans crumble cake. I'm flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted that I'm being looked at like a crazy person. I feel like I'm on the witch trial. Nobody's listening to me. Guys, come on. Enemans crumble cake here.
I will say you probably get a lot of voters on your side due to the Ennemans, the company. I think they'll probably look at the product there. I'll have the box with it, so you'll have that. But I just can't co-sign that. But Pat, let me just recap the draft and then maybe we can get quick. I know, Logan, you got to head out here quick, but we can go through some honorable mentions maybe that haven't been drafted real quick. Sound good? All right, so we have Logan with the regular brownie. We got the ice cream sundae, the apple pie, chocolate mousse, and a churro.
Solid.
Pat, you have the New York cheesecake, a cannoli, Krispy Kreme donuts, triple chocolate meltdown, and the Ennemans crumble cake. And then I have the chocolate chip cookie ice cream cake, specifically from Ben & Jerry's, s'mores, the campfire cronut, and the Oreo cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory.
I feel like I won. Especially after reading that back. How did I? If I don't win this, there's something wrong.
But that's the thing. It's are so personal.
Yeah, it is.
But like objectively, my list is better. Oh my god!
Honorable mentions: strawberry shortcake.
Yes. Oh, that's a good. I didn't even think of that.
Mom would always make the strawberry shortcake during the whatever
summer solstice.
Summer solstice,
yeah. Strawberry shortcake's really good. The cupcake.
No cupcake.
I always think
no pumpkin pie.
No pumpkin pie. Blondies.
Yeah.
Monkey bread funnel cake.
Funnel cake. Ooh, funnel cake.
Banana split. Root beer float. No milkshakes.
Yeah.
I was going to go apple turnovers, but when Logan went all out with that apple pie kind of dissertation, I was like, he's putting me in a box. I'm not going down that route.
Root beer float would have been a good one. I used to get a lot of root beer floats.
And cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
No other cookie drafted other than the chocolate chip cookie. I feel real strong about that. I had snickerdoodle on there.
I love a snickerdoodle.
I've been liking an oatmeal raisin cookie lately.
Maybe that's another draft. Maybe that's another draft. Just types of cookies.
Cookie.
But guys, that is, the dessert draft. And I think we all think we may have won, but there's only one way to find out, and that is through the viewers and the graphic on the Instagram page and Twitter poll. So we will get that up probably at some point tomorrow night, and we will start voting. I just want to recap the standings. Right now, I have 3 wins compared to Patrick's 1 win. Logan obviously has 0 wins, but has a second place finish, I think, once.
Y'all don't get me.
But
think- Turn this one.
this
Hey,
could be your first.
I guess we'll only see.
I feel like
But
I'm
guys,
kidding.
as always, it's been so much fun getting to draft with you guys. We have to do it more frequently than every 4 months. We got to do one a month.
Yeah, absolutely.
I say we make this a weekly thing. That's what I think.
If you guys think we should do it weekly, send it in the comments. Do it weekly. Maybe some suggestions too. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Love you.